President Jonathan Nez. Mr. Nez was elected president in 2018 after serving as vice president for 4 years prior. He tells New Mexico in Focus correspondent Antonia Gonzalez that experience is vital as the tribe tries to come out of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Navajo Nation President Jonathan Nez, welcome to New Mexico in Focus.
Thanks for having us, Antonia.
And you're running again for top office of the Navajo Nation. Why should the Navajo people re-elect you?
3 years ago, we went through a trying time as a people, as a nation, with COVID-19 coming into our lands. You know, as you know, we were number one in the country per capita in COVID positive cases. And we were able to turn it around. And now we are one of the most vaccinated people in this country, you know, and our elders are leading the way at 90% vaccination rate. And, you know, with the support of our public health professionals and our public safety personnel, we turned a tide and we helped each other out throughout these difficult times. And if that isn't leadership, I don't know what it is. I know there was a lot of plans. A lot of those plans were put in place, but because of COVID-19, things slowed down, not just here on the Navajo Nation, but all over the world in this country. And now with the funding that has come in from the federal government, from CARES Act to ARPA to the infrastructure bill funding, and now the Inflation Reduction Act, there is a lot of irons in the fire. There's projects that are moving forward. We gave over 1,000 homes electricity during the CARES Act distribution, and there is just so much to be done. And, you know, this is not on-the-job training as the president, you know. It takes a lot of time, building up your stamina to do this job. And you can't just get your degree and jump right in and decide to be the president. You have to be tried. And, you know, I have been tried through some difficult times. And I think the Navajo people know that we as an administration can lead into the future and to focus on infrastructure, because that's very important. Our Navajo people want water, electricity, broadband, telecommunication, also building of homes, because as we noticed throughout the pandemic, that was what, or the lack of infrastructure is what really made the pandemic spread a lot quicker.
And talking and reflecting on COVID-19, which hit the Navajo Nation hard, is it time to fully open everything on Navajo land if you are elected to another term?
You know, I think we are very cautious. You know, just look at what happened throughout the country. Governments out there had a mask mandate. They take it off, they put it back on. Here on Navajo, we kept the mask mandate in place, protocols in place, just so that our Navajo people can be safe. It wasn't about us individually. I know there was a movement throughout this country about, you know, you're taking away our freedoms, government, by forcing us to wear masks or telling us to stay home. But here on Navajo, really in Indian country, it was about taking care of our families, our communities, and our nation. And so, you know, I think at some point in time, yes, but with monkeypox spreading throughout the country, we have 4 confirmed cases. So we are utilizing those lessons learned from COVID-19. And right now, we're just monitoring the situation. And, you know, I think eventually the government's going to have to step back, because the government has taught everyone what to do and what not to do. And it'll be the responsibility of the individual. And so to your question, eventually, yes, the restrictions will be taken off, will be lessened, but it'll be the responsibility of our constituency.
And as you've been campaigning across Navajo land, what are you hearing? What is the top issue that Navajo people want addressed, immediately looking back that they think is unfinished business, and then looking forward in the future?
Through our administration, even though there was a pandemic, we had a seat at the table in Washington, D.C. We have an open door to the White House. We taken full advantage of that open door policy, met with the President of the United States many times. We are working on streamlining some of the processes so that infrastructure, economic, and community development projects can get done quicker. One example is the infrastructure bill. There was a provision in there that said that we could be able to have right-of-way access for broadband telecommunication projects. And so on Navajo, fiber optic cables are being put in all over the nation. And all we need to do is just get from the trunk line to the homes. And that's just one example of what we've done to streamline the process. And I say that because one of the top priorities that we started 4 years ago is to get rid of the red tape, not just on the Navajo Nation government, but also the federal regulations and policies. With a new Secretary of Interior, Deb Haaland, working with the BIA, it's beginning to look like that we can streamline a lot of these processes without changing laws in Congress. Sometimes secretarial orders can be done. A second term, it's going to be focused on infrastructure, getting water, electricity, broadband telecommunication, building homes, because I truly believe that if you build a good infrastructure, that's the foundation for the future of a nation. You see that happen in other countries across the world. Now, I'm sorry to compare us to other countries, but they're sovereign nation. You have European nations that put a lot of focus on infrastructure about 20, 30, 40 years ago, and look at their economy today is booming. And I see that for the nation. And so that's what you're going to get with Nez Abeyta administration, and really focus and really mentoring our new vice president by then, so that he can take the reins into the future, because he's a future professional. His family is well known, and that's the future here on Navajo, young professionals. And I appreciate Chad Abeyta saying yes to the vice president position, because it's not about just these next 4 years. It's about beyond that. And my wife and I prayed about it, and we said, you know what, even though if we get termed out, because we're only allowed 2 terms, we also need to look toward the future for our children or our grandchildren. And I see the Abeytas being that future leader for the Navajo Nation.